This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona, and we're selling this truck. It is a 2006 Dodge Ram 3500 Mega Cab, SLT, 5.9 liter Cummins turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive, and if that's not good enough, it's also a manual transmission with an exhaust brake. This is a really, really rare truck. In fact, I've looked around and it's a really, really super rare truck to find, and it's in great shape. When we purchased it, I purchased it at a dealer auction. This is not our typical theft recovery. It was a Holmes Tuttle Ford trade-in, and it was smoking like crazy. White smoke, it smelled like gas was coming out of it. They didn't want to do the in-house repair. Injectors are like some crazy number, like $500 a piece if you buy them from Dodge, and they didn't want to do that, so we did it. I bought them. I had the injectors. All the injectors have been replaced, all 6. And the minute the injectors went in, this thing ran perfect. There's not a puff of any kind of smoke. It runs great. Spectacular truck. Whoever owned it took unbelievable care of it. It's got a few nicks in the tailgate, a few little rock chips here and there, but overall, it's really pretty. The tires look brand new. In fact, I would say that they were probably done. Let's see, they were probably done right before he traded in. I'm not sure why you would buy tires right before you trade in a truck, but he did. There's a few touched up things, but they're basically just high-speed rock chips. There's the peeling chrome look, which is typical in Dodge and Ford, actually. Just some really high-speed stuff. There was a couple little scratches touched up there. Oh my gosh. I couldn't believe that I actually bought this truck. And then when I found out how rare it was, I was really glad I did. This ought to bring a lot of attention to our site. I know that if I park it on the front line, we'll be too busy, so it's going to be hidden. It'll just be online. This one will bring too much attention in person. So, like I said, these tires are brand new. This is a nice truck. Show you the tailgate. Of course, it was a tow vehicle. They had a fifth wheel hitch. They took it out. There's a ding here. It's a little touched up and a dent. A little scrape here. I would imagine that this thing was probably a louvered tailgate. He just put it in and probably sat in his garage and fell over a million times before he decided to trade it in. And then he took his louvered tailgate with him. There's where the fifth wheel hitch goes, obviously. Let's see. And we have a spare tire there. Tow package. It's my job to tell you guys what's wrong. I've already told you that we replaced all the injectors. And actually, it probably didn't need them all, but Goldie's Diesel Repair Shop here in town, they're our shop, and they're really good. Recommended it. He said if one's going to go, replace them all, and that way you'll never hear about it again. Looks like there's a tiny little door ding right there. And another one right here, and I see a touch-up spot right here. I mean, I'm splitting hairs here, but like I said, it's my job to tell you what's wrong, not what's right, so that's what I'm doing. If it goes to Kalamazoo or Billings, it's got to be what we said it was, so that you're happy, so you're not unhappily surprised. Everything is where it's supposed to be, stickers and fenders and everything else. There's your motor. For those of you guys who want to see this stuff. I don't know if you can read that or not. All right. Walk around the interior of this thing. Boy, this rear door panel looks like no one's ever touched it before. Carpet, outstanding. Whew, man. That extra couple inches sure makes a difference. Look at the size of that thing. That's amazing. You've got the cab behind you here. Driver door panel. There's the VIN. Switches. Let's make sure that our seat back and forth. Let's see if it goes up, down. Oh, feels like a cushion, seat cushion. There's the up and down. There you go. Okay. All right. What else we got going on here? I gotta have somebody drive. Obviously, I can't drive a manual and do a video unless I want to die or have a terrible video. So I got my young assistant. This will be his first time driving a 5-speed. So wish us well. He just gave me a dirty look. Second time, actually. There's your door panel. I see a little scratch here, a little there. Yeah, this thing is clean. This would be the one that no one was allowed to drive in, except the guy who owned it. All right, let's go over here. 140,302 miles. You want to give me some cruise control? Let's see. There's the cruise control on and off. Let's see. And it has tilt. There's tilt. Want to do some 4-wheel drive? That's in reverse, and yeah, that would move the neighborhood. Holy cow. What's that, like a half a mile an hour? Yeah. Max speed. Now we're going to 4 high. That's a little easier. And first, there we go. That works. Go back to 2-wheel drive. I can tell you right now that the air is blowing nice and cold. Let me try the settings here. Yep. So we have a radio.
That's right. Any two large.
We do have a radio that functions. Oh yeah. Let's check the rear window. There you go. There's that. What else? I see a couple tiny little dots in the headliner back here. Someone's going to be paying a lot of money for this, so they might as well know exactly what they're buying. There's the overhead cluster. It's being sold on a clean title. There's no theft recovery involved here. This is just a trade-in that the dealer couldn't afford sending to the shop. Believe it or not, they have to send theirs out to independents to do, and so they wouldn't do that, which is insane. Plus, they ran into the problem they couldn't get it financed if they could get it fixed, so they just throw it under the bus, which is ridiculous. Beautiful truck. How's it shift?
Shifts great.
Boy, for a 1-ton, it's got a really solid ride. There's no vibrations. I'm not. Gosh, I do see a chip in the windshield right here in front of the passenger. We're not going to fix that because it's not in the driver's way. If you want it fixed, we can have that done for $129. We can get a windshield installed for you. But, it's really not obstructing my view. I'm looking over the top of it. If you were a child or a really short person, it might bother you a little bit, but it's not really that bad. Anyway, this is the exhaust brake right here. And I have to tell everybody that if you really want this truck, you're going to have to get active and get a deposit in real quickly, because there's already, the vultures are already circling here in Tucson. And I would like to see somebody out of Tucson get this and get some publicity outside of town. But obviously, if somebody's got some cash here, they're going to own it. Please make sure you get a deposit in. Once we have an agreed upon price, get a deposit. If we don't have a deposit, we don't have a deal. If somebody comes in after we have an agreed upon number and you don't have a deposit, I'll sell it to them if they have the money. If you come to Tucson and drive it home, you're going to pay taxes, 2% Tucson City sales tax plus whatever your state tax rate is. In Oregon or Alaska, the state tax rate is 0%. So you'd pay 2% plus a $250 dock fee. We charge a dock fee on all out-of-state in-person deals or in-person deals. If you ship, we don't charge dock fee and you don't pay any taxes. So the agreed upon price would be it. Anyway, that's all. This is about as solid as it gets. We've taken care of the mechanical issue. It runs great. Bid with extreme confidence, and please make sure that you get a deposit in so that you're not disappointed. Thank you.